everyone. We are going to discuss Chapter 3, the key components of computer system, operating system.
This lesson introduced the discussion of the key components of a computer system and how they work together. There are three main components to a computer system: hardware, software, and humanware. Computer-associated equipment is called hardware. Computer software is a collection of instructions which tells what to do with the hardware. However, humanware are the most important component of a computer system. For some reason, because people use the computer power.
We discuss about computer system. Computer system, it is a collection of entities, hardware, software, and humanware that are designed to receive, process, manage, and prevent information in a meaningful format.
It consists primarily four basic units: the input unit, the storage unit, central processing unit, and the output unit. A computer performs 5 major operations or functions regardless of its size and make. These are: it accepts data or instructions as input. It stores data and instructions. It processes data as per the instructions. It controls all operations inside a computer, and it gives results in the form of output.
Next, input unit. It is used for transfers, raw data, and control signals into the information processing system by the use before processing and computation. All the input unit devices provide the instructions, and data are transferred into binary codes that is primary code memory acceptable format. Next, central processing unit. This is called the brain of the computer system. It consists of three parts, namely the control unit, the arithmetic logic unit, and the primary storage unit. Next, central unit. It controls, manages, and coordinates the operations of the entire computer system. Arithmetic logic unit. It executes the instructions and performs all the calculations and decisions. Primary storage unit. It is also called as main memory. The data which is to be output from the computer system is also temporarily stored. It is the storage section that holds the computer programs during executions. Last, it states temporary results of intermediate processing. Output unit. It gives the results of the process of computations to the outside world. The output units accept the results produced by the computer, converts them into a human readable form, and supply them to the access. Next, components of computer system. First, computer hardware. It consists of essential and peripheral devices, all physical parts of the computer or everything that we can touch. Input devices, output devices, central processing unit, and storage devices. Next, computer software. Also known as programs or applications. It gives intelligence, It gives intelligence to the computer. They are classified into two classes, namely system software and application software. Next, humanware. It is the person who operates computer. The user commands the computer system to execute on instructions. Next, computer hardware components. First, hardware. It consists of all the machinery and equipment in a computer system. In general, computer hardware is categorized according to which of the 5 computer operations it is: input devices, processing devices, storage devices, and output devices. Next, input devices. It is any electronic devices connected to a computer that produce input signals. It is also used to enter the data and instructions into the computer. Next, classification of input device. Input device for text and images. First, keyboard. Keyboard, it is the primary input device that is used to center data into a computer or any other electronic device by processing keys. It uses USB or a Bluetooth device for wireless communication to connect to a computer. Next, graphic table. It is used by artists which allow them to draw a picture onto a computer. Access without having to use to use a mouse or keyboard. It consists of a flat touch sensitive pad and a drawing device, either a pen or stylus. Next, scanner. It is used to capture a source document and converts it into electronic form. Barcode reader. It is also known as barcode scanner or point of sale or POS. Scanner is an input device capable for reading barcodes. Magnetic ink character reader. It is a device used machine recognition of a numeric data printed with magnetic change ink. It is used on bark checks and deposit. Next, input devices for audio. First, microphone. It is input device that allows users to input audio into their computers. Next, MIDI keyboard. It is controller keyboard like a typically a point style electronic musical keyboard often with other buttons, wheels and sliders used for scanning MIDI signals or commands over a USB or MIDI5 pin cable to other musical devices or computers. Next, input devices for video. Video input are motion images captured into the computer by special input devices. Pointing device. Pointing device is an input device that allows a user to control a pointer on a screen. A pointer is a small symbol on the screens whose location and shape changes as a user moves a pointing device. Next, output devices. Hardware that is capable of delivering or showing information to one or more users. An output device displays, points, and presents the results of a computer's work. Um, soft, soft, soft copy, visual monitor, or sound speakers. Next is hard copy, output on a tangible, something you can touch. Next is different types of output device. LCD monitor, dot matrix printer, speaker, LCD monitor, laser printer, woofer, LED monitor, inkjet printer, headset, thermal printer, and earphone. Storage device. It is any hardware device that is used for storing, porting, and extracting data, files, and objects. Types of computer storage: primary storage and secondary storage. First, we discuss about the primary storage. Primary storage is the main memory in a computer. It stores data and program that can be accessed directly by the process. There are two types of primary storage, which are ROM and RAM. Secondary storage. Secondary storage is another alternative storage to save your words and documents. This can be removal, internal or external. It is very useful to store programs and data for future use. It is non-volatile, which means that it does not need power to maintain the information stored in it. It will store the information until it is erased.
Good day, sir. I'm Faye Agarpao from Group 3. I'm going to discuss about the types of secondary storage. Types of secondary storage. Number 1, magnetic medium. Magnetic medium, it is a non-volatile storage medium. It can be any type of storage medium that utilize magnetic patterns to represent information. Examples of magnetic storage are magnetic disks such as floppy disks used for offline storage. Number 2, optical medium. It is a non-volatile storage media, holds content in digital form that are written and read by laser. This media include various types of CDs and DVDs. Number 3, it is a solid-state non-volatile memory that functions like RAM and hard disk drive. Flash memory store bits of electronic data in memory cells just like RAM, dynamic RAM, but it also works like a hard disk drive that when the power is turned off, the data remains in the memory. Flash memory cards and flash memory sticks are examples of flash memory. System unit. The system unit is a box-like case that houses the computer's main hardware components. Parts of a system unit. Number 1, motherboard or main board. The motherboard is the main circuit board holding the integrated circuits for the microprocessor, memory, etc. The motherboard also supports internal connectors for the hard disk drives and optical drives, CD, DVD, etc. and external connectors for the mouse, keyboard, printer, speakers. Number 2, hard disk drive storage. It used as the main storage device for programs and data when the computer is not being used. Information is stored on the hard drive magnetically, and the capacity of the device is usually measured in megabytes, gigabytes, or terabytes, etc. Number 3, optical drive, CD or DVD. A DVD drive allows removable optical discs to be used to store information. Number 4, memory or RAM. Memory is the processor working area and it's here all operations actually take place while the computer is running. Memory is also called random access memory and consists of small memory chips which fit into slots on the motherboard. Number 5. Microprocessor or Central Processing Unit CPU. This is the computer on a chip and is the device which actually executes the instructions. Components of the CPU. Letter A. Control unit. Coordinates and controls all parts of the computer system. Letter B. Arithmetic logic unit. Performs arithmetic or logic operations. Letter C. Registers temporarily store the most frequently used instructions and data. Number 6. Computer power supply. This supplies electricity to all the parts of the computer. Number 7. Heat sink or fan. This sits on top of the CPU and draws heat up into the pits of the heat skin. And it's the fan pull air up and through the fins, cooling them. That is how the CPU stays cool. Otherwise, it would overheat and shut down the computer. Number 8. Network card. Attached to the PCI peripheral component interconnect slot used for a broad. Number 10. Graphics card. It is an expansion card whose function is to generate and output images to display. Categories of software. Computer software is normally classified into two broad categories. 1. System software and application software.
Class is a system software. First, the operating system. It is a software that controls and monitors the running of application. It provides a platform for software developers who have to design applications with OS in mind. It is responsible for the management and coordination of activities and the sharing of the resources of the computer. It is an interface between computer and user. Function of an operating system. The part of the OS that manages the computer's resource known as the kernel. It manages the computer resource. Most operating system performs the following tasks. First, the memory management. When several programs can be opened at once, the OS has to allocate memory to each program that is running, including itself. Resource allocation and sharing. Some computer systems can multitask. Several programs can run at once. The OS allocates processing time, memory, and resource to each. Backing store management. The OS maintains a directory of the HDD so that the files and free space can be allocated quickly. The OS controls the transfers of the data from disk to memory and back again. Interrupt handling. The OS will detect interrupts when the printer is out of paper, when the user is pressing ESC key, or when a hard drive device or an application is malfunctioning. The OS will display an appropriate error message and may suggest corrective action to the user. Process management. It helps OS to create and delete processes. It also provides mechanisms for synchronization and communication among processes. The file management. It manages all the file-related activities such as organization, storage, retrieval, naming, sharing, and protection of files. Device management. It keeps track of all devices. This module is responsible for this task is known as the I/O controller. It also performs the task of allocation and the allocation of the devices. I/O system management. One of the main objects of an OS is to hide the peculiarities of the hardware device from the user. Secondary storage management. Systems have several levels of storage, which includes primary storage, secondary storage, and cache storage. Instructions and data must be stored in primary storage or cache so that a running program can reference it. Security. This module protects the data and information of a computer system against malware, threat, and unauthorized access. Command interruption. This module is interpreting commands given by the acting system resources to process the commands. Networking. A distributed system is a group of processors which do not share memory, hardware devices, or a clock. The processors communicate with one another through the network. Job counting. It keeps track of time and resources used by various job and users. Communication management. The coordination and assignments of compliers, interpreters, and other software resources of the various users of the computer system. The types of operating system. First is the batch operating system. Some computer processes are very lengthy and time-consuming. To speed the same process, a job with a similar type of needs are batched together and run as a group. The user of a batch operating system never directly interacts with a computer. In this type of OS, every user prepares his or her job on an offline device like a punch card and submit it to the computer operator. Second is the multitasking or the time-sharing operation system. The time-sharing operating system enables people located at a different terminal to use a single computer system at the same time. The processor time of CPU, which is shared among multiple users, is termed as time sharing. The third is the real time. It is also known as embedded operating system and is totally depending upon clock interrupts. A real-time operating system time array interval to process and respond to inputs is very small. The fourth one is this distributed operating system. It is used in many processors located in different machines to provide very fast computation to its users. It is modeled where distributed applications are running on multiple computers linked by communication network. It is also an extension of the network operating system that supports higher levels of communication and integration of the machines on the network. The fifth one is the network operating system. Network operating system runs on a server. It provides the capability to serve to manage data, user groups, security, application, and other networking functions. The sixth one is the mobile OS or the mobile operating system. Those OS which is especially that are designed to allow and power smartphones, tablets, and wearable devices to run applications and programs. Some examples of operating system. The Unix operating system, the Macintosh OS or the Mac OS, the MS-DOS or the Microsoft Disk operating system, Microsoft Windows operating system, and the Linux operating system. Second is the utilities program. These are small, powerful programs with a limited capability. They are usually operated by the user to maintain a smooth running of the computer system. Various examples include file management, diagnosing problems, and finding out information about the computer. Third is the device drivers. Device drivers specialize programs that allow communication between a device and a computer, loaded into a memory each time a computer is started. When a new device is added, new device drivers must be installed. Application software. It is a type of software that performs tasks to directly benefit and assist the user. It is installed on top of an operating system such as MS Windows. Types of application software. Proprietary application software or customized software. It is software designed for particular customer. In this case, we need to hire a computer programmer or software creator to develop a software for the customer. Second is the package software. It is the kind of off-the-shelf application software program developed for sale to the general public. It can be purchased programs, leased or rented from a vendor that develop programs and sells them to many organizations. The word package is commonly used term for a computer program or a group of programs that has been developed by a vendor and is available for purchase in prepacked form. Example of application software. First is word processing software. Use this kind of tool to create worksheets, type letters, and type papers. The following examples are MS Word, WordPerfect, MS Works, and Apple Works. The second one is desktop publishing software. Use this software to make signs, banners, greeting cards, illustrative worksheets, and newspaper. The following examples are Adobe PageMaker, MS Words, MS Publisher, Apple Works, MS Works, and Quark Express. The third one is the spreadsheet software. Use this kind of tool to compute number-intensive problems such as budgeting and forecasting. A spreadsheet will plot nice graphs very easily. The following samples are MS Excel, Quattro Pro, Lotus 123, and MS Word and Apple Word. The fourth one is the database software. Use this software to store data such as address, membership, and other text information. A database can use to easily sort and organize records. The following examples are MS Access, FileMaker Pro, and Apple Works and MS Works. The fifth one is the presentation software. Use this software to store data such as address, membership, and other text information. A database can be used easily sort and organize records. The following examples are MS Access, FileMaker Pro, Apple Works, and MS Works. The sixth one is the internet browsers. This software allows one to surf the web. Often, they can read email and create web pages too. And the seventh one is the email program. These email programs will send and receive email. The eighth is the graphic programs. This software allows one to touch up photographs and create graphics from scratch. So the ninth graphics program or the vector base. This software creates graphics that are similar to illustrates or cartoon drawings. So the last one is the communication software. This software allows two computers with modems to communicate through audio, video, chat-based means. These are the capabilities of a software. First is the object linking and embedding. It allows information to be shared between applications. Spreadsheets created in Excel can be informed into Word. Second one is the portability of data. People who have different types of computers with different operating system and applications often need to transfer files and programs among their computers. FTP or the file transfer protocol allows files to be transferred over the internet among different types of computer. The last one is the upgradability. Software's upgrades can provide new and useful features, but they can also solve problems, such as document may not be compatible version. Next is the humanware. Humanware. It describes the customer experience of software and hardware. More particularly, it has to do with the facilities of a computer system being developed based on the interests and needs for a user. It is also called as the living ware. It refers of the user of the computer system, either direct or indirect user. So these are the different types of humanware. Computer engineers, they are engaged in software designs and application to address the needs of a particular industry or sector. They are primarily responsible for the upgrade in the software as well as providing an additional customization of current software to ensure the system's functionality. The next one is the software engineers. They are primarily responsible for the design and develop of the software and of the computers, as well as it is testing and evaluation. Information technology specialists. They task to plan and coordinate the installation, operation, troubleshooting, and maintenance of the computer software and hardware system. Website designer. They are engaged in the construction of the navigation themes of a website. Compute technician. They in charge with the repair and maintenance of computers and its serves. They also build or configure new hardware as well as installing and bringing up to date of the software. They are also tasked with the creation and maintenance of computer networks. Computer operator. They are responsible for monitoring and controlling computer system, especially mainframe computer system in a company or organization. System analyst. They are work to solve problems related to computer technology. Many analysts set up new computer systems, both the hardware and software, add new software application to increase computer productivity. Next is the project manager. They are the person who has the overall responsibility for the successful installation, planning, designing, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closure of a project. Next is the programmer. They refer to a specialist in one area of computer programming or to generalist who writes code for many kinds of software. The database administrator. They are responsible for the performance monitoring, security, integrity, troubleshooting, as well as a backup and data recovery of database. They use specialized software to store and organize data. Last is the server administrator. It has the overall of a server. It is usually in the context of business and organizations where a server administrator oversees the performance and condition of multiple servers, the business, or it can be the context of a single person running a game server.